When I was a lad, I thought the schooling that I had was pretty good. And I thought that what they taught me at school was pretty much going to be what it was all about. Anyway, when I was pondering these thoughts and taking my dog for a wonderful walk through the estate, I suddenly realised that maybe things weren't quite as I thought, and this did concern me a little bit. And therefore I thought it was feasible to suggest in my own brain that things could be quite different. And as I pondered walking the dog, I stopped to reflect on these thoughts, and I remembered other images that I'd seen on Google and the internet, and I had to think to myself, how did those images come about? Could it actually be possible that there was something else going on? I mean, you have to look around you and see what's going on. I mean, this guy here, he thought something was going on, and well, guess what? He was right. So that is something to think about. But of course, why the huge deception? I mean, if it really were flat and everyone found out, the media would be in a lot of trouble because people would be very displeased. They'd want to know more about this dome. They'd want to maybe get out, and they'd want to know why they were there in the first place. And I don't blame them, really. Incidentally, I do like The Simpsons. That was quite a good movie about the dome. And I like Steven Spielberg as well. He's pretty good. But of course, sometimes it's very good to see things in black and white. Things are clearer, if you know what I mean. For example, I took my dog for a walk and a rose vanished up his anus there. I don't know if you saw that, you may have to rewind it. But thank goodness for Google, because they are there to help us. And even though everything is in plain sight pretty much, they kind of pull the wool over our eyes as well. And that's a bit annoying. And here is a wonderful image for you to pause and look at. It's quite interesting, but the next scene is quite harsh. On our journey down the garden, we told Spids' ex her passing. He was very upset. He had been madly in love with her, and he was very sad. And Bola was a bit sad as well. But, you know, that's life sometimes. Well, it is life at the end of the day. So I sat there and I pondered, and then I decided to get up and do some more walking and some more thinking about boats and canals. Now, boats and canals get on very well indeed, and canals are impressive. Look at this one. And this one is also pretty impressive. It's very tight and it's very long. In fact, it's the longest canal in the world. So that's cool. And basically, it's pretty flat, I'd imagine. I know people have a hard time with that, but come on, I mean, this is where I'm going to with this sort of conversation here. So basically, I'm sort of getting to an experiment, which was the Bedford experiment, and it's quite fascinating, and that was on quite a short canal, not a very long one at all. So in the next part of the video, you will actually see a little bit about the Bedford experiment and how it can help you realise that the world actually is flat. It will be quite an intense lesson, but I'm pretty confident that you'll be able to pick it up, so don't worry too much. And once you've learnt this wonderful information, I think that I can help you along the way to learn a bit more. So what I'm going to do, give you some information now. It's going to be quite fast, but you do need to know this. I'm looking at the wrong bit, aren't I? No, I'm looking at that bit over there somewhere, I think. And here is the Bedford Canal. It's a very old picture. And here is some statistics. you've done your homework, so I don't need to explain this. And here's a picture from the 70s of the Bedford Canal, about 6 miles long or whatever. And here's some more statistics for you, which you already know all about that. And a slightly more modern picture of the canal as well, because it's a nice one. So really, I don't have to explain a great deal to you, because it's all there in plain sight. Look at this picture, it's incredible. I recommend you actually have a really good look and step in the box for once, or several boxes. And a lovely old document from around the time, which you probably can't read, but then it's still good to keep a level head, of course. Which now brings me to the Chicago skyline, which is a long way off here, 50 miles. Now that's quite far, you shouldn't really be able to see that on the curvature, but hey ho, here it is. What do you think? And one more for you, because I think that guy's having a great time in that little boat there. And this is very interesting. I mean, look at it. Look at the actual heights and the actual plain picture there. Compare them to this height, altitude should I say, and also look at this wonderful picture. Look at it quite closely. Tell me what you think. Write me a postcard, please. Wow, so what we do is we have a little look at this ball here, this globe I mean, and I'll show you what I mean with some buildings now. So that's pretty good. And I do like the actual postcards from Weymouth. It's a wonderful place, I must admit. Wow, we've got our buildings here in our globe. You've got that building there, and one down there as well. So with the globe, we take a building, we'll take that one, and we'll take that one. And there's a lake there, and we're just over the lake. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but look, can you see that? They're not parallel. They're not parallel. They're not parallel. So, you know, that's quite interesting. I mean, I didn't get much sleep last night, and I can work that out. But anyway, give me some answers on a postcard and send them to me, and tell me what you think. And I'll be back with another exciting video soon. Thank you very much. Take care. Be good. God bless. So really, you know, do your own research and find it out for yourself. But there's a lot of work in this actual project you can look at. I mean, look at this house. If we were spinning, maybe that sort of stuff would happen with bad builders. And this is a wonderful, wonderful picture. Take your time, enjoy it, and take your time again and enjoy it a bit more. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure.